And yet, it is another day for a great day to have a good day. Yes, I'm talking to you, you who's listening and watching from wherever you are tuned in from. Good morning. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're having an amazing morning thus far. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blanco Network, giving you your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day. Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show on Tuesdays is where traction takes hold. On Tuesdays, traction is where it takes hold right here. And we try to give you the best content, having great, all-encompassing, compelling, and of course, thought-provoking conversations that are aimed at giving both you and I so much information. I need you to tell a friend, to tell another friend, to shout it as far and as wide as you can, to tell them that the Vooka Breakfast Show is live and kicking, coming to you all the way from the heart of Soweto. This is Dub Santon, right next to Zondi Hills, just before you get to Bromfisher Kloof. And you know that you're always spending some great, amazing quality time with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is MooCee Mist, and I could not be happier and excited to be both in your presence and in your company this morning. We promise to give you such a jam-packed show. So much is in store, from having conversations about the late and great Winnie Mandela and everything else in between. We're also going to be giving you your daily bread, and right after this, Mr. Moeketsi, my money, the son of Mother Nature, is also going to be coming through with the latest news headlines. But it would not be the Vooka Breakfast Show without giving you the picture of the day. As you can see behind me, this morning we're covering the Pilanesberg National Park that is nestled in the crater of an ancient volcano. Pilanesberg National Park is one of South Africa's most accessible and diverse wildlife reserves. Just a short drive from Johannesburg and Pretoria, it offers visitors the chance to experience the Big Five in a malaria-free environment. The park's unique geology creates a dramatic landscape of rolling hills, rocky outcrops, and open grasslands, supporting a rich variety of animals and bird life. More than 7,000 animals roam freely, including elephants, lions, leopards, rhinos, and buffalo, alongside cheetahs, giraffes, and hippos. Bird watchers delight in over 300 recorded species. Now, Pilanesberg is also known for the excellent game viewing roads, a guided safaris, making it ideal for both first-time visitors and seasoned adventurers. Whether you're exploring by vehicle or by air balloon or enjoying a lodge stay, Pilanesberg offers a captivating blend of wilderness, comfort, and unforgettable encounters with nature's grandeur. So with that being said, I hope that Pilanesberg will be part of your itinerary, or at least one of the places that you have to visit on your bucket list. So also, what we want to give you right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show is some words of encouragement and motivation. And so the quote for this morning, on a Tuesday morning, the 5th of May 2025, is Preservation of one's own culture does not require contempt or disrespect for other cultures. And this is famous words that were uttered by the one and only Nelson Mandela. An inspirational message that you can take into your day this morning is, on African World Heritage Day, let's honor our roots while respecting others. Our shared history is a bridge and not a barrier. And so I hope that you will take these words and move into your day with them. With that being said, let me quickly take it over to Moeketsi, my man, who will be giving us the latest news and sports headlines this morning. And then right after that, we'll get into what promises to be a great show.
Yeah, stepping in the spot like she own it. Looking like the world is your runway. She can set it off like a gunplay. Oh my, yeah. Talk of the city with that body. Always getting praised like it's Sunday. She said, baby, what you gonna do about it? Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. Yeah, that thing's so vibrant. I wanna know if you can give me the keys to your heart, baby. All I need is you. All I need is you. You right next to me. Moji mule na vanemia yila. Vanemia yila. says she need me like heartbeats. Drive me the bed like a RV. Hugging the curves on that body. She bring the heat like wasabi. Promise not to test your heart. Never. We just can't be kept apart. Yeah, yeah. Baby, you the best by far. Always go the extra mile. Yeah, yeah. All I need is you. All I need is you.
Once again, a very good morning. Let us give you some of the top stories making headlines this morning. On your first headline, NSFAS placed under administration over governance failures. The National Student Financial Aid Scheme has been placed under administration after ongoing governance instability, audit failures, and operational breakdowns. Higher Education Minister Buti Manamela said repeated efforts to stabilize the institution had failed. The move follows board resignations, legal concerns, and weak financial controls at the entity that manages billions in public funds. Government says the intervention is necessary to restore accountability, protect student funding, and rebuild the public confidence in the system. On your next news headline, Madlanga Commission closes Witness G hearings. The Madlanga Commission has ruled that all testimony by a key crime intelligence witness known as Witness G will now be heard fully in camera. Chairperson Justice Mbuyiseni Madlanga said the partial public hearing were no longer practical due to security risk and the danger of identifying the witness. The decision follows objection from the witness and technical challenges during proceedings. The Commission is probing alleged criminality, corruption, and political interference in the justice system. On your last news headline, Delil calls for unity ahead of travel in Indaba. Tourism Minister Patricia Delil has called for unity and tolerance ahead of the Africa Indaba 2026. She said the event is an opportunity to showcase Africa's tourism potential while promoting social cohesion. Delil stressed that tourism plays a vital role in economic growth, job creation, and continental cooperation. The Indaba, taking place during Africa Month, is expected to attract global buyers and position Africa as unified and competitive travel destination. That's all for your news headlines. Now heading over to your sports news, starting off with football news. Gavin Hunt backs weather to unsettle Orlando Pirates. Stellenbosch FC coach Gavin Hunt is hoping wet and heavy Cape Town condition will work in his side's favor when they host Orlando Pirates. With Pirates still chasing the Betway Premiership title, Hunt believes a slower pitch could limit their speed and attacking rhythm. Stellenbosch are fighting for a top 8 finish and see the home clash as a chance to frustrate one of the league's strongest sides and keep their season alive. Still on your football news, Pirates face must-win test in a title race. Orlando Pirates are ahead to Stellenbosch, knowing anything less than victory could derail their Betway Premiership title challenge. The Buccaneers are chasing leaders Mamelodi Sundowns and have little margin for error after recent dropped points. They faced a disciplined Stellenbosch side under Gavin Hunt, who have been difficult to break down at home. The result could significantly shape the title race as the season enters its final stretch. On your last sports headline, Steyn eyes massive Comrades payday in 2026. Ultra-distance star Gerda Steyn has already earned 380,000 rand from her 2026 2 Ocean Marathon win and could make over 1.5 million rands at the Comrades Marathon. With a shorter course and a lucrative performance bonuses on offer, Steyn is well placed for another major payday. The multiple Comrades champion heads to the race as one of the favorites to dominate both on the road and financially. That's all for your news and sports headline. Stay tuned for your news recap at the top of the hour. If you have some thoughts and sentiment to share on these news headlines, you can simply use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show or send your voice note on 0604933226. For now, let's take a short break and then we'll be back with your market rates and your weather update. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start to the day accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. And we know that each and every Tuesday we aim to choose something. What are you choosing? Who are you choosing? Talk to us. We are live right now on YouTube and also simulcasting to underground radio. So if you want audio only, you have a chance to download the underground radio app so that you can enhance the experience of listening to the Vooka Breakfast Show. But if you are watching right now, share the live with your loved ones, with your friends. Tell friends to tell other friends that the best team is in the building to give you, of course, everything that we need to unpack for this Tuesday morning. And of course, the WhatsApp line is open for voice notes and call 06049333226. That's 06049333226. It's a beautiful morning. I don't know about you, but for me, I am loving the weather. It was raining during the night, and we hope that rain comes. Because for some people, rain means a blessing, right? So many things, of course, to be unpacking on this beautiful morning. We want you to join us and be with us until the hour 10 o'clock. Right now, it's 20 minutes past 8, and you always know that I'm not rolling alone. I'm always with the best team in the building. But before I do that, let me just check in on some of the comments that came through, because you know that the Vooka Nation and, of course, the underground family, you are the most important ingredient of making the day possible. So first comment came through from Umam Tembi saying a very good morning, Vooka Nation, Underground Radio DBN team, and our smart, creative, energetic Vooka team on a cloudy, cold Tuesday morning. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivugile. It is cloudy and it is cold. It's May and we are approaching winter. So the winter season is looming. You need to prepare yourself, get yourself warm, because we don't even stop giving you what you need, that dose of positivity, even if it's winter, right? And then another comment came through saying hashtag happy blessed Tuesday. Stay safe and take care of yourself. This message applies to everyone who's listening and watching right now to take care of themselves for the rest of the day, and of course to stay safe. Stay safe wherever you are. My name is Moeketsi, my man, and I'm happy and of course excited to be with you throughout to unpack some of the things that we have for you. All you need to do is to stay tuned and hang around with us. But of course, I'm not rolling alone. I'm with the one and only Mr. right here. How's it going, brother, man?
Brother, not too bad. Yeah, man. I'm excited. Like I said yesterday, I'm very happy to be back on the Vooka page. There we go. Yes,
on
sir.
The airwaves.
Yeah. On the airwaves. I'm excited. I'm happy. And it's always exciting to get some comments, from the Vooka Nation, from the members of the Vooka Nation. Bomam Tembi, Zinzi, Nelly, TK. Who else hangs out with us?
Nelly.
Yeah, like I mentioned, Nelly, and everyone else, man.
Yeah.
Everyone else who always hangs out with us. It's always exciting. So, Wanagohai, good morning. Hi, how are you doing? Yes, I'm talking to you. You who is listening and watching from wherever you are tuned in from. And I hope that you and I will have a great and amazing morning this day on the 5th of May 2026. It is Africa Month. And last year was celebrated so amazing, and I'm hoping that this year we'll also get a chance to go out there at the Morris Isaacson Center for Music and spend a day with them. One of my highlights from last year was Nikki B. Man. That was amazing. Such a cool one. So if you want to check that engagement out, you can head on over to our Facebook page, and you'll see the conversation and the engagement that I got into with Nikki B. Tuesdays are where traction takes hold, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. And like Mo said, we hope that you will use all the hashtags to engage with us. That's hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. But it also continues on our WhatsApp line. Dial the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. But you can also head on over to our website. That's www.vookadaily.co.za. www.vookadaily.co.za. man. I can't also forget everyone who's hanging out with us right here on the Durban airwaves, Underground Radio, GBN. Stand up. What is the weather looking like at that side? We're really starting to feel the introduction of winter on this side of the country, and yeah, man, we hope that you guys will also engage with us. So let me give you the latest weather update for this morning. Hey, lots of technology. So Johannesburg is standing at a high of 16 degrees and a low of 6 degrees with a 70% chance of rain. Soweto also at 16 and a low of 6. Pretoria, a high of 18, a low of 19. So Johannesburg and Soweto, there is heavy rain forecast between 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. with temperatures feeling significantly colder due to the wet conditions. Pretoria has similar patterns with heavy downpours expected in the early afternoon and a chance of evening thunderstorms. Cape Town and Khayelitsha, the mother city and surrounding areas like Khayelitsha, are seeing chilly conditions with brief showers while the most intense rain is hitting the Garden Route. Cape Town remains under a general weather alert for wet and windy conditions. So Cape Town is standing at a high of 17 and a low of 12 degrees, and Khayelitsha a high of 18 and a low of 10. Conditions expected, you can expect brief showers throughout the day with a fresh easterly breeze. Rainfall probability is at a high of 80%, though sunny breaks may occur in the morning. With Durban and Bloemfontein, Durban is warmer but cloudy, while Bloemfontein is facing severe weather alerts for localized flooding and thunderstorms. Durban is experiencing a high of 23. I mean, look at that, guys. I need to move to the coast, man. Specifically Durban, a high of 23 and a low of 19. Bloemfontein, a high of 16, standing at 80% chance of rain. So Durban, rain is expected to increase from 2 p.m. onwards with persistent showers likely throughout the night. And then Bloemfontein is experiencing a yellow level 2 warning for disruptive rains is in place. So ground is already saturated, raising the risk of flooding in the Free State interior. For those who are traveling, due to the scorpion's tail of the weather system, roads may be extremely slippery and low-lying bridges could flood. So drive with caution across all these regions. And this is what the weather is looking like this morning. I'm trying to find my market rates and commodities, but I am not winning at the moment. So if my technology is on my side, I will give those to you in a second. But with that being said, Mr. Mo, I know that Tuesday is where we choose people. Let me ask you, who are you choosing this morning?
Who am I choosing? I think this has nothing to do with a person, but it has to do with something. But yeah, Tuesday I'm choosing money, because I know each and every Tuesday we always deal with personal finance. So I think it just came to me that, even if someone, or even if I don't have money, but I need to take consideration that there is a time that is going to, arrive whereby I need to deal with my personal finances. So Tuesday I choose money. If you have money,
today you
want to
choose
share money. Please share money with me.
Okay.
We are available, some of us who want, money in our hands, in our bank accounts. But yeah, I choose money. I know there's so many reasons. I know there's so many questions that one would ask for. Again, like, why are you choosing money? I think we choose money for many reasons, right? If I can ask you right now, if you're watching and listening, why are you choosing money? You will have your own reasons. But the reason I choose money is because money can do many things. Money can give you therapy. Money can massage you. Money can give you things and ideas that are in your mind when it comes to that. So I think for this morning, I'm giving it away to you out there to say I choose money, and this should also help you to think of something that you want to choose. But for me personally, I'm choosing money. If you're watching, what are you choosing this morning? It's a very beautiful cold Tuesday. 555.
No,
if it was 2025,
guys.
It's going to be 050505. It's
not beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's not even in the slightest, my brother. I'm sorry.
Personally, for you, it's not beautiful.
Yeah, no.
But for us guys, it's a very beautiful cold
It'll never
weather, right?
No, man, it's not.
The temperature is starting to warm up because that's what we want. We want to we want the temperature to be cold so that wherever we are, we can keep our space warm. You
No,
know,
bro.
And when the room is warm, people start to feel, relaxed. That's why I love indoors. That's why I love being with people indoors.
What
What do you mean?
Hey,
I love
you
things.
say you just
Don't you love
mentioned
indoors?
No, I want to be outdoors. I want to go to
No, but there's a
Kunye.
season for everything. That's
No.
why in summer I would love being outdoor because it's hot inside, right? But when it's cold, guys, it's a sign that you need to go inside the house and do activities that are inside the house. But I don't know. What are you choosing for this Tuesday morning?
This morning, what am I choosing? This question always finds me, I don't know, unprepared perhaps? I don't know if that's
Choose
the correct.
anything.
This morning, let me see, who or what am I choosing?
Your ex.
I don't have exes
Okay.
and an ex.
Very interesting.
I'm kidding, man. But this morning, let me see. What am I choosing? I'm trying to think of things that are happening currently in my life, and I think the one thing that's standing out for me that I'm really trying to pour my energy into is my craft.
Yeah.
I'm choosing my craft, specifically my music, and actually, I was thinking that before the end of June, or by at least by month end June, we should have recorded, because I have been promising the Vooka Nation that I'm going to record the theme song.
Keep up with your promises.
The theme song for the show, right?
Yeah.
Vooka Molen, Vooka Molen, Vooka Molen, Esoweto.
We want to hear it played, man. We've been hearing you.
Vooka Molen, yeah. Vooka Molen, yeah. Yeah, Soweto. I mean, imagine the show starting like that, man. I'm gonna do it, guys. So I'm choosing my
Just
music
record
this
the
morning.
song.
I will, definitely. I will. I need to, and I will, man. So that from now on, or from when we've recorded and mastered and mixed the song, the show can start off like that. Vooka, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So I'm choosing my music. I'm choosing my craft, and hopefully this evening I will be able to go to SMJ, Sabona Music Jam Church on a Tuesday. Yeah, man. So that's what I'm choosing. So Vooka Nation would love to hear from you. What are you choosing this morning? It would be great to find out from you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, beautiful. Great energies that we are building up, and we want you to hop on and carry on with the energy that we have for this morning. So it is 31 minutes after the hour 8 o'clock, and something interesting that I want us to unpack and discuss this morning, because as much as we are choosing things, there are some things that we choose and we would love to see them expand, right? Because we're going to be talking about sequels this morning. And
sequels.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you are someone who love, watching movies, series, and one of the interesting things that we're going to be talking about today is the documentary of Winnie.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Have you watched, by the way?
No, I haven't watched. That's the thing. I haven't watched, and I'm looking forward to watch it because I have been trying to watch some of the movies that I have put on watch later.
Okay.
Understand? Like, I have so many series and movies that I need to watch, but this one I think it's a must watch for a lot of South Africans who love history, who would love to find out some of the things that they didn't know about Winnie, because a lot of people out there, they're giving their reviews on what they think about that documentary. So it will be lovely to have your take also if you have watched the series of Winnie, the trials of Winnie Madikizela Mandela. But with that being said, as I'm talking about sequels, you have watched a movie and you're like, I'm waiting for part 2, and then part 2 comes, you get disappointed, or you're like, they killed it. We're going to be talking about the worst sequels of all time, because we have watched movies, we have watched series, different types of series, and then you wait months, sometimes you even wait years for the part 2 or part 3 to come out.
Sure.
The trailer looks so epic, the popcorn is ready, expectations are sky high, with you assuming this is what Superman is going to do, this is what Batman is going to do, this is what this villain is going to do, and then halfway through you think, wait, is this really what I've been waiting for? So which sequel let you down the most? That is the question that we are asking this morning. I mean, I know for some people they think maybe it only applies, this discussion only applies to like Hollywood movies. No, it can also be local movies, right? I think it can also come to like your season 2 of Skeem Sam Isiding or something.
I was season 2 of Skeem Sam.
Yeah, I mean,
imagine.
It can also come to that, so that we invite everyone to the conversation to say, okay, when you were watching season 1, Isiding or The River, were you impressed?
Sitting on the river. I love it. It's sitting on the river.
Were you impressed by season 2, or you were like, guys, it was so disappointing? But before I continue, do you have the worst sequel that you have watched?
I don't know about the worst, but there are sequels that didn't live up to the hype, especially of the first season or the first movie that when it came out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. The only one that's coming to mind right now is what's that Nicolas Cage movie where he strikes a deal with the devil?
Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Ghost Rider has a part 2 of it. A part 2.
Yeah.
There we go. Ghost Rider has a part 2. And it's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. We're not winning, Mr. B. Okay, we'll try to get Mr. B on. But no. It wasn't giving for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They just lost the storyline, and I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of other part 2s that I've watched.
Yeah.
Because I've watched so many things, man.
So I think the ones that are famous. I mean, maybe for example, let's start with the famous one. I don't know if you watch Fast and the Furious.
I have.
Yeah. Out of all, which do you think is
the latest ones?
The latest ones.
The last 2, I think.
Yeah,
the last 2. I think we're on Fast 10 now, ne?
Yeah.
I thought they would do like a play on words thing type of thing, and they would go fasten your seatbelt. You get what I'm trying to say? Like Fast 10, but fasten Fast 10, like a play on words, a play on the thing. But yeah, like they brought on, I think, is it Jason Momoa?
Yes,
they brought on Jason Momoa, and now they're referencing Fast 5 when they're in Brazil and they are robbing that guy of his money and the vault. And it's like, nah, he was there. But why didn't like they're pushing it now?
Yeah.
Like it gets to a point where in all these things that we watch, whether a series or movie, or drama or soap or whatever the case is, it gets to a ridiculous point where like it's like, guys, no, now it's unbelievable. Like like we know we're watching TV and we can stretch as much as we can, but like now, Seleleko Space, Ludacris and who's that guy? Take Gigs, not Take Gigs.
The black guy.
Yeah, I forget his name. You guys
Tyrone,
are in Spain. Yes, Tyrese Gibson.
Yes.
Tyrese Gibson. So, yeah, the latest ones, no, but I think from the first Fast and the Furious movie all the way to about 7 or 8, they're still okay. I mean, there are ridiculous points where he's jumping over a bridge to save Letty in Fast 6 and he lands on the car. It's like, no, guys, that's But I'm trying to think of sequels more, of series and movies that I've watched.
Well, the thing is, I've only watched good ones, man.
Okay, so I think
personally, I've watched good ones, and coming to think of John Wick, we were trying to think that number 2 is going to be disappointing. Number 3,
they've been elevated. I actually was watching Parabellum on Sunday. Like, no, man, John Wick is. The one I can think of is Equalizer 3. That one didn't really live up to like that hype for me personally. Other ones that I can think of, not really. I've watched good, at least in my opinion, because I'm a fantasy type of guy.
Me too.
But I also I like a rom-com here and there. Like I'm trying to think of sequels. Like Grown Ups 2 was also good.
A lot of movies, man.
The what do you call this thing? Matrix trilogy was also a good one. Spider-Man trilogy was also a good one. The first one with Tobey Maguire. I've watched movies like Princess Diaries because I grew up in the Disney Channel era.
I mean, let's, for example, bringing in Avengers into the conversation. I mean, like when you look at
man. Like Marvel doesn't miss. Marvel doesn't miss. Marvel doesn't miss. So I don't know. Mr. P, I don't know.
For me, coming locally, I think we used to watch, what do you call it? Number, right? In Number, it started off as a series.
Sure.
And then they went on to make a movie.
A movie. No, was it not vice versa?
They started with a movie
No,
and
yeah,
made
then
a
made a
series.
series after. Yeah.
I think the series, man. Hey, the series sucked, man. The series was bad. Even Kings of Joburg, because there was a time whereby Kings of Joburg, they stopped, production, and they went on to shoot season 2. Coming back, yeah, budget is a serious thing, guys. I understand when it comes to production that sequels, they require a lot of budget. One thing that sequels require is a budget, because they go on with ratings. Once people watch it, once people review the series,
yes,
once people review the movie, then the production is going to decide that we're going to make part 2. But now, if maybe the bodies of the production are like, "Ish, guys, we don't have the budget for your movie, so we can only give you this," that's when some of the sequels, they become the worst sequels ever. Because now you're like, guys, this is not what we expected. So what I want to watch right now is the Peaky Blinders, because they started off
the
with
latest
series,
one. Yeah.
So the Immortal Men, a lot of people came through and like, guys, this was disappointing. I can understand, because people are expecting the same character that Tommy Shelby played in a series.
Yes.
Because you don't understand how more you're watching episodes.
Yes.
So the build-up is going to be very
different
nice,
and slow, and yeah.
So a movie is like, it's just shortened, man. It's just 1 hour, 2 hour, and we're expecting him to do one that, like, it explains a lot that he is the Immortal Man. So if it was disappointing for you, I think, we have different views, because some of the people, they will come and say this was disappointing, only to find out like, for us, we look at, the style of writing, the style of directing, and all of those kind of things. But anyway, we are trying to find out for you which was the worst sequel, even if when it's a local, because some of us, we've watched a lot of Lokshin Bioscope, Thabo wa Mafele part 1, it's part 2, Thabo wa Mafele. Yeah, Thabo wa Mafele. Like it was a very
That's
interesting
funny.
story, because Thabo was this guy who was trying to make it in the business industry.
Okay.
So he went to see someone so that his businesses can boom, right?
Okay.
And then this person was like, make sure that, yes, we take care of
this lefele.
So Thabo had a neighbor, this lady, Maspiwe, right?
Okay.
So Maspiwe was that person that Thabo never pidisa,
Okay.
hey Thabo ngicela ushukela, when he goes out.
Oh, I see.
So one day, Thabo is feeding Mapele, giving Mapela food, and then business is booming.
Okay.
It's booming. So when Thabo leaves the house, he locks and then lets Mapele, go around and roam around the house, to
Okay.
be free.
But you can't eat.
Yeah, you understand?
Dallas
Because-
P. You know that advert?
So one time Thabo is rushing, and Maspio is like, hey Thabo ngicela ushukela. And then, because he's rushing, he locks the house and like, okay, ngene endlini uzithathele ushukela.
O lebetse gore phela go iketsetsa when he's not home.
Maspio, when he gets there to take the sugar, he starts killing Mafe.
Kanto bola business ya Tibos.
So when he gets to the construction site, how people are protesting, he's asking himself, I know what's
what's going on, Bafethu?
Kantino at home, Maspiwe has killed, what's making the business boom. So Mapele Atabo did, that means the business is also
It's
dying
gone.
also, right? So it's interesting, and people will come through and say, guys, we want Thabo Mafele part 2.
We want to see where Thabo is ending. We want to see what happened to Thabo.
If you will go back to the traditional healer and ask,
Gore mfethu man mzala umpula etse business nka etsa yang no. That's funny, man. But I see
It
the
is.
appeal in some of these.
Yeah,
Like, I don't want to say
yeah.
stupid, but like just ridiculous type of movies.
Yeah.
But Mr. B, I want to find out from you. Talk to me, my brother. Some of your worst.
Not yet. Is the mic on?
It is on, but we'll fix it.
Okay.
Okay. Generations, the legacy for you. Okay, so you are that old generations from before 20,
Yes, Busiso.
2015.
Dineo,
Yeah, yeah,
Kenneth
yeah.
Mashaba.
And then when it came back, it wasn't doing the things for
Not
you.
Mazwi.
Ha, wamitsi bazo. Pa. Woo. That guy was an artist, man.
Yeah. So some of the things that we want to open up with familiar examples, that people, and I think the first one I relate more to it because we even went to the cinema to watch it, which is The Matrix Reloaded. Yeah, man. Reloaded. It was like, Neo, we want you to come and finish off this sequel because people are requesting for The Matrix to be, wrapped up. But the thing is, the reason why the production was rushed is because Neo was still shooting John Wick that time. So
you mean the latest one, the fourth one that came out about 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, so he was still doing the production.
He was shooting both movies at the same time.
And they were like, we don't have time because the production at John Wick requires him full time. So he took years and years in that production. And then the Tarkovsky, I think it's Tarkovsky brothers, if I'm not mistaken, they were off the production and they let the sister head on with the production.
Okay.
And then she was the one who was responsible for the final sequel, right? And guys, for me, it was really disappointing.
What, the latest one? I mean,
we wanted to see the.
Man, it was. I think for me it was okay.
Who's this Trinity? They busy flying.
It was okay. That's the part that I was like, guys, they're forced out. Trinity's now flying now. She's not the chosen one. No, Neo's the chosen one, guys.
Why would you make Trinity fly?
But they didn't bring back Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes.
But the approach that they took was also interesting, I think, for me. Bringing him back,
out
but
that the pill all along was Raid.
The what?
The pill. So
yeah,
when Neo continued, of course, being in the,
I guess they were suppressing him to be trapped in the Matrix by giving him the blue pill, saying that it helps with his depression and whatever. But yeah, the approach that they took with that guy, who was an agent, but like he's made up of half Smith, half Neo, but he's like Morpheus, the latest. Like
complicated.
Interesting enough for me, Mr. P, I don't know if you've watched this recommendation that I gave you guys last year, Sense8. Sensorian 8, right? The cast of Sense8 is actually the cast who is the crew of the ship that saves Neo from the Matrix in the latest one. So the guy who is the controller, the guy Matrixing and deals with the technicals and the computers and whatever. Most of the crew actually of that ship and some of the other cast in the movie are the cast who are in Sense8. Okay. So that was interesting enough for me to see the combination, or rather not the marriage, but the coming together of these two concepts. One is a series, one is a movie. A movie franchise, but they both deal with like dystopian, well, not dystopian futures, but with the concept and exploring the mind and exploring what the future could look like, and those kinds of concepts. I love like those fantasy dramas. I love those kinds of movies and series, man. Like we're exploring what could possibly be or what was before in the world, So that was very interesting for me to find out. So, yeah, man, I don't know. But yeah, talk to me. What other ones are there on your list?
Others say Jurassic World didn't quite capture the magic of the original one. And the last one say there are viewers who still debate whether Coming to America lived up to the first one.
It wasn't horrible, but it didn't. For me, it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying that.
Eddie Murphy's aged now. Who's the other guy? I forget his name, man. Oh, that guy, Olin Chomiaka. Yeah, the tall guy. Yeah. Nah, it didn't. It was okay. It was like, okay. Get Coming to America, But yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, for me, it didn't live up to that.
But
Mr. Bones too.
Oh, Mr. Bones. I think the last one.
The last one flopped. 3, 3 flopped.
It was very bad.
3 flopped. Yeah, 3
flopped.
Was
very bad.
I'm trying to think of other ones, man. Famous ones. Konji King, Elia, Eggsy, the one.
Oh, Kingsman.
Kingsman was good. I think.
Ooh, I think the first one was very good compared to the second one.
You think so?
Yeah.
The third one for me didn't do it.
Yes, the third one.
The third one, it was okay.
Yeah.
But this thing of movie franchises or series where they build a story, right, from how they introduce it, but they actually introduce it in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Okay.
They did the same thing with Transformers,
Yeah.
where they took us back to when Bumblebee first got to Earth, and how Bumblebee was part of the World War II or something, and it's like, no, no, we've already been building. Like Arekope. Now you want to take it back. There are animals who are Transformers. Like there are big birds. There are gorillas who are Transformers. It's like, no.
Yeah, it's a stretching.
Yeah, they're stretching it.
Yeah.
So the latest Transformer one, and Bumblebee, where they're taking us back, and those ones flopped for me. So for the most part, I think with these franchises, movie franchises and series, it's like the third, fourth ones or the later ones that flop more than the first and second ones. But there are. If we can think deep and research proper, there are sequels that did not live up to the hype.
True, because interestingly, audience polls often show sequels rate 15 to 25% lower than originals, mostly because expectations do the heavy lifting. And I think also, for me personally, because when you watch movies, you start doing research about who is the director, who is part of like the whole production team, because when you look at who's this guy, why do I forget him? When you look at Zack Snyder, when you look at who's the guy for Avatar, man? James Cameron. Yeah, like when you look deep into his work, you're not just only watching the movie, but you are just watching the whole storyline on what it's trying to entail and all of that. So like the whole Avatar sequels, guys. Like there's a whole story.
Avatar to Baba Blue.
Yes, man. Those kind of things.
I haven't watched. I don't know.
Man,
the second one,
nice.
Nah, man.
Nice.
Here's the thing.
Very nice.
Those soldiers are dead. Or now they're coming back, and now they have their own avatars. No, that for me did not do it. Like build the story. Like I don't know, man. I just
That's why we say the sequel, like it has the heavy lifting, because already we have expectations, and with the character changing also, that's when it comes to say, guys, why now are you replacing this major? Why are you replacing this person? So try to find a way to bring him back, because it also comes with the original itself. That's why sometimes they aim to keep the character in the movie, in the series, so that it cannot change the direction that it took. Because remember that we know who's Batman. For most of us, we know, like
Christian Bale.
You understand?
Christian Bale is Batman.
He is Batman.
They failed. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of Twinning. He's done some great movies in his time. Matt Damon, no. Ben Affleck. He's done some cool movies in his time. I'm sorry. Ben Affleck will never be Batman in my eyes. Yeah, no. And taking it from Batman versus Superman into Konje Baba Bitang, DC. Konje, who are they, Mr. P? The DC superheroes, the Justice League. Bring back Superman. How does Superman die? First of all, I'm sorry. And then you pull the story into Justice League. They sort of ripped off DC Marvel in Avengers. Some of the camera approaches and techniques and styles that they used and things of that nature, But for me, Christian Bale is Batman, and DC just it flops for me. It flops. But I'm thinking of other sequels like Bad Boys. Which Bad Boys 2 really took it up a notch. I think the latest one, 4, is
they fought to live up to the standard. Because when characters start to age, guys, I think we're going to see the difference. Because now they will spend more time doing the movie. It's like, ish, Martin, you have to do this stunt, unfortunately. But now, your health is not even looking quite good.
It's not allowing you. Yeah,
it's not allowing you. So we are going to try and improvise, because one thing Jackie Chan said is that a movie that has a lot of stunt men, it requires a lot of budget. So actors themselves, they need
have
to
do
be
the
taught.
stunts themselves.
Have to do the stunts themselves, right?
Yeah.
But as we wrap up this conversation and discussion, we want to know from you: are sequels set up to fail, or do you secretly love being disappointed just so that we can talk about it later? I mean, that's what they want. They want people to come in, talk about it, review the movie, and the more people review, it's going to seem like people like it. But it's just them giving their critique.
The other thing is that there are quite a few movies that should never have sequels, unfortunately. And people don't get that, or some directors don't get that. I mean, I know the Russo brothers are also famous on doing very big movies.
Yeah.
There's also this guy who likes working with, who's the guy? Creed 2 was also good.
Michael B.
Jordan. Sinners, the director of Sinners. I forget that black guy, his name. But yeah, there are some movies where, no, guys, you flopped on the first one. Don't make a sequel.
So people want Hancock 2.
Sure. I can understand why.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Hancock. I enjoy that. I enjoy those kinds of movies. But people say that it flopped on Rotten Tomatoes. In terms of its rating, and people didn't really identify with like the storyline or the style of hero that Charlize Theron and Will Smith are in that movie. But yeah, I would love to see where Hancock ends up, and them having to be so far apart for their powers to work, to work proper. But yeah, man, there are a few ones. I mean, there are ones that did not get a sequel.
Yeah.
Things like what's this series, man? There's a series I'm forgetting. It didn't get a sequel. I mean, they dropped this thing, Mr. P, that you watched now. Sandman. Sandman is such a good series, man. The concepts that they explore there. But Netflix has dropped it. Dead Boy Detectives. Okay. Which is part of the cinematic world of Sandman, has also been dropped. Yeah. They're not bringing back a season 2. So they have these, these limited series where there's like 8 episodes. But it's like, no, guys, the storyline is so good. Like, let's continue with it. You know. Well, I'm also patiently waiting. It's been over 2 years now. Avatar, The Last Airbender. The animation was amazing, right? And this is from years ago, early 2000s. Later, in the early 2010s, they made a movie which sucked. It was bad. It was bad. The bending there, no, it was bad. And then 2 years ago, they brought us the live action series, which it really lived up to what we want in Airbender. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah. So we've been waiting for season 2. Yeah. And it's like, guys, like, can't do what's happening
already.
You know, so
waiting.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So we're still waiting for your responses in terms of the sequel that were the worst for you. 4 minutes till we hit 9 o'clock on the dot, and that's how we wrap up our conversation. But it does continue. If of course you want to answer, you still have the opportunity to send your voice note on 0604933226 or use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show on YouTube. Some of the comments came through right there. Yours, Neliswa, hopped through and saying, Happy Tuesday, Vooka Nation and Underground DBN Radio. Happy Tuesday to people at the studio and the Vooka community. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Vooka Nation. A very good morning and happy Tuesday to you too. And then she says, I choose my husband. That man is best friend. Then it switches depending of the conversation, from my bestie to my king to head of the house to my team player. That's the love that we want to see, man. That's the love that we love, to kind of, just getting. It's funny. You understand? But we love it, Nelly. And then Mr. Mbimnu coming through saying, that beautiful voice, Mr. Siabonga.
Hey, shout out.
I mean, Mr. Siabonga Mist. That could be your name.
Wabetsi Banyana, you know when your girlfriend says Siyabonga Nkosi and then puts those praying hands like this. When you think Hori is talking about the God, get boyfriend. Siyabonga Nkosi.
And then she comes to saying, I'm choosing my lovely fam, very beautiful. And then Z Elizabeth saying, good morning, Vooka Nation, Underground Radio GBN, and the Breakfast Team Sivugile. Happy Tuesday, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Good morning, Z. Hoping that you are also having a good, beautiful Tuesday morning. And then at yours, Nelly was saying, what happened to the stars in the chat? OMG. People have dismissed ZCC, I see, right? But yeah, the question still stands, what happened to the stars, guys? And then Queen Empower saying, good morning, Vooka Nation. It's Tuesday, and I choose the Vooka team and the fam. And long leave, Ma Winnie, nice. Long leave. And then Ma comes to saying, I miss you, Mr. P.
Oh, man.
Missing.
Mr. P says she misses you. But Mandela is so nonchalant about it. It's just like,
I'm also waiting for a response. But man, 2 minutes till we hit 9 o'clock, and then when I come back, we're going to be giving you your news recap on some of the news headlines that you missed. In the meantime, let's take a short break and enjoy some good music.
Moeketsi, my man, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
Famous Naomi P.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE List. My name is MooCee List.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
From this world, running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above.
1, 2.
Eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising. I'm soaring above. I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising. I'm soaring. Above it all, I just wanna be free. Finally, I
It is exactly 3 minutes past 9, and this is your news recap on some of the news headlines that you missed. Starting off with your first headline, NSFAS placed under administration. Government has placed NSFAS under administration following persistent governance instability, audit failures, and leadership breakdowns. The decision comes after repeated attempts to stabilize the entity failed, raising concerns about the management of billions of rands meant for student financial support. NSFAS funds students from poor and working class households across universities and TVET colleges. Ongoing board resignations, weak financial controls, and adverse audit findings triggered state intervention to protect public funds and ensure continuity of student funding. What's next is an administrator will take control of NSFAS operations to restore stability, strengthen governance, and fix operational failures. Government says funding will continue while systems are overhauled and accountability measures are enforced. On the next news recap, Madlanga Commission moves fully in camera. The Madlanga Commission has ordered that all testimony by Crime Intelligence Officer Witness G be heard fully in camera. The ruling follows security concerns and fears that public proceedings could expose the witness identity and endanger lives. Witness G is testifying on alleged criminality, corruption, and political interference within the justice system. Attempt to allow partial public access were abandoned after practical and safety challenges emerged during proceedings. What's next is the commission will continue hearing evidence behind the closed doors. A decision may later be taken on whether a redacted version of testimony can be released to the public. On your last news recap, Delil urges unity ahead of travel in Indaba. Tourism Minister Patricia Delil has urged unity and tolerance ahead of Africa Travel in Indaba 2026. She says the event is a chance to promote social cohesion while showcasing Africa's tourism potential to the global market. Africa Travel in Indaba is one of the continent's biggest tourism trade events. It plays a key role in boosting investment, job creation, and cooperation across African tourism markets. What's next is the Indaba will take place during Africa Month, drawing international buyers and exhibitors. Government hopes it will strengthen Africa's position as unified and competitive global travel destination. That's all we have for your news recap. 6 minutes past 9, it is the time, and we're going to take a short break and see you after. So don't switch the dial. 7 minutes after the hour 9 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, the 5th of May 2026. Good morning, and I hope that you still hang out with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. We're still giving you your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day. We do this every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, between the hours of 8 and 10, coming to you live all the way from the heart of Soweto. This is Dop Santon, right next to Zondi Hills, and just before you get to Fisher Kloof. Always spending some great quality time with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is MooCee Mist, and I'm so happy and I'm excited to be both in your presence and in your company. Seeing as to how this coming Sunday we will be celebrating all things moms, especially considering that Umam Tembi is our mom, and she's saying that she misses Mr. B, right? So all things will be in celebration of mothers everywhere this coming weekend, specifically on a Sunday. And something's exciting
something very exciting is brewing in Durban, right? And this is all coming to you live, or coming to you, brought to you by the Underground Radio GBN. So Durban, are you ready? The Mzansi Mama scavenger hunt is on from the 1st of May all the way to the 11th. Affirmation cards will be hidden across the city, each one reminding us that moms are superheroes. Find a card, snap a pic, and share it online. What you need to do is that you need to tag the Mzansi Mama Facebook page, where you can also find daily clues and guaranteed spoils. Brought to you by Mzansi Mama, spreading kindness and celebrating the women who keep our world turning. So this will all be taking place, it has been starting from the 1st of May, and the hunt is still on, and so you can go around and try to find all the affirmation cards around the city of Durban. If I were you, I would really make sure that I go and look up the clues on the Mzansi Mama Facebook page, so that I can try to find myself or win myself some of the spoils that come with being part of the scavenger hunt. So all things great, and this is also sponsored and brought to you by Underground Radio GBN. Yes sir.
Yep, scavenger hunt for Durban mamas, of course, has already begun, and of course, to all the mothers out there, we just wish you're going to be enjoying this beautiful Mother's Day that is coming, of course, on Sunday. But with that being said, you know that we never leave you when it comes to some of the historical moments that have taken place, and we can learn. And I just love that our topical for today is one of that historical moment, where we're going to be looking deep into some of the things that Mama Winnie did. And I know that some of you have learned, throughout history, and we would like you to share some of the moments that you think the documentary has left out, because critics has also came in and saying Netflix has left out so many things when it comes to, Mama Winnie's journey throughout the apartheid era. But with that being said, some of the historical moments that took place is that today the Communist Party of South Africa holds an emergency meeting from the 5th to the 6th of May. So today up until tomorrow, the meeting was held in 1950.
What meeting is that?
The Communist Party. Called the emergency meeting. So this emergency meeting of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of South Africa, which is the CPSA, was held to respond to the impending unlawful organization bill, legislation that would soon ban the party and intensify apartheid repression. Right, so this is what took place. If you know your history, you would understand what are some of the content and the agenda of the meeting that was discussed right there. But if you know anything and you want to share with us, you can come through on the comment section and let us know. Right, still on that, while we're looking back in history today, just a quick reminder, because we always say it's the 5th of May 2026. Tomorrow we're going to be saying is the 6th of May 2026. But do you know how many days you are into the year? I don't think you knew, but clap your hands for yourself or pat yourself in the back, because you've made it to day 125 of 2026, and we are only left with 240 days in the year, with 34 weeks and 2 days to go. With that being said, today marks another celebration that we need to take out there, which is the African World Heritage Day. So on this beautiful day, which is the 5th of May, Africa is celebrating its cultural and natural heritage and promotes preservation across the continent. This day was established by UNESCO, and it focuses on African heritage sites and identity, dating back to where it's coming from. We know that we have African history, we have African spirituality that, some of the experts out there, they can tell it better than we can. And then the significance of the day is all about protecting history, culture, and the future generation, so that whenever the future generation comes, when they look back at the African history and the African significance traditions, they will look back into some of the roots that they can deeply connect with. So if you are someone who knows about this day, come through, share it with us, and tell us more, as we will tell you more about it. Another one that we are not missing out is World Hand Hygiene Day. I think that one we can give it to you. We can give it to you because one of the things that MooCee does, he loves hand washing. Proper hand washing, of course, always has a hand sanitizer with him. And speaking about that, there was a guy, in the street. I won't mention his name, but I see him peeing, right?
So we know this guy clearly.
We know, we were with him, right? He's an old guy, He was peeing, and then he came through. I was with Mr. P right there, and then starting touching us.
Then he wants to shake your hand.
Like, my brother, I wish you knew about this day today.
No.
That there is what we call World Hand Hygiene Day. How often do you wash your hands?
Almost, I don't know how many times a day. The first thing that I do when I get home is wash my hands. And this is something, and every time I say it, it comes off as if maybe I'm boasting or like type of thing. Where I've even way before COVID, Mr. Mo. Hand washing for me has always been a thing. Like I'm not like a hygiene freak like that.
Yeah.
But I am very conscious of just personal hygiene, especially like hands, because everything with our hands. Our hands are
touch things.
You
go to the mall, you touch those. And I think one of the interesting things that the World Health Organization did, I think it was around 2007 to 2008, they went around the country promoting the hand wash, because they were teaching us how to wash
your hands properly.
You know, because there's still people who do this, go pom pom, and but you need to properly wash your hands.
Or go toilet. No, nothing happened. No, my hands are not dirty. No, guys, no, like wash. Honestly, like it's a thing, guys. Like, especially go gents, let's wash our hands whenever we come from the bathroom. Even if, here's my thing, and this maybe I should make a topical or like a hot take. All right, even if you didn't do anything in
wash your hands.
Just wash your hands. Because it really sets some of us off. Like, it puts us off. Or can go toilet to do this a couple months. No, man. Like, no. Like wash your hands. And I'm one of those people. I won't say anything. I won't say anything. But because I know I always have my sanitizer ready and stuff like that. Like, I have a big bottle and I refill my bottle. I feel when as is now, it's about to run out. So I'm gonna refill probably sometime next week.
So one of the things that I found out is that some people have like a thick layer right in the palms of their head. So it's difficult for them to feel or they have moist or something. Because for me, now my hands communicate with me. Like, they feel moist, and they will also feel very weird, and that's a sign for me to wash my hands. And for some people, that's why man, I didn't do anything. It's just because they don't feel anything. They don't need to wash my hands, but my hands are clean.
No, guys, wash your hands.
But this day, of course, speaks about clean hands saving lives, especially in healthcare settings. You've seen how they take care of themselves. You see the extra precautions they take. They go an extra mile because they know most spacing. You always need to wash your hands. Your hands always need to be clean, because you are dealing with people who are coming from different backgrounds. You don't know what they come with.
Mr. B, talk to me.
So remember during COVID,
yes,
a study once came out that you are removing a layer from your skin
with the sanitizer.
that is essential for
protecting your skin.
So it's like the more you sanitize, the more you remove, because I mean, alcohol, guys, does kill the bacteria.
I'll remove all I want, Baba.
And the layers.
Rather, guys.
It
remove.
It kills the layers.
Rather, I remove. Get it justification. I'm don't want to stop or magic man case. Hey, go bath. Someone clap. I'm don't know. Hey, someone clap. You know those kinds of people.
But do you think it had some merit to it, Uguti, Remember, because each and every single store,
Sure.
you would go to a mall, you would have to sanitize your hands at the
Yeah,
door.
yeah, yeah.
So there was a point where I could also feel good. No, man, my hands are no longer my hands.
Yeah.
Like sanitize.
You know why? You know why I think that was back in 2020 and 2021? Because I was one of those people who carried my own sanitizer.
Sure.
So I had like a slightly like bigger bottle. Back then I used to carry a backpack. You know, I would have my music file, just things that I use. You know, I would have my mic ready, like just these things, just go walking around, doing whatever I'm doing. And it has the side thing, leongati net. You know when backpacks have the side pocket on the side, right? So I had like a bottle and it was sanitizer. This is alcohol, right? And so whenever I would get to a store, I wouldn't use their sanitizer. I would opt to use mine, because you know what people did back then. As much as people wanted to brew their own alcohol at home, people would use like things like spirit and what, just so that they didn't buy sanitizer, and they would do these homemade sanitizers. Like, you understand? And so, how would you know? So I think that's where maybe I think I could be wrong. I think that's where it stems from. When people started feeling like because of these homemade sanitizers.
I mean, you're not using, you're not used to washing your hands. Sometimes you're saying they're going to feel weird because you're not used to washing your hands. So it's going to feel weird.
Yeah,
and you feel like your skin is coming off.
Peeling off.
You're not used to washing your hands.
Because
you need to remove the dirt,
man,
right?
it's
In your
funny.
hands.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the sanitizer is helping you to kill all of that.
But
right?
guys, let's wash our hands, guys.
Yeah.
Like Machita specifically, to every gent who's watching and
Wash
listening
your
to this,
hands.
guys, let's wash our hands, please, let's wash our hands. This thing of saying no, stop.
Speaking of hands, I know my mom doesn't like it when the little ones touch her face.
I remember you mentioned sometime last year. Yeah.
Do not touch my
That's
face.
like
the face, Lynn.
your mom and I are really going to click, man. The day we were in the same space. I mean, already she's coming on the comment section saying, "I love the team. It's hygienic whether you like it or not. Always, Motswadi. Always. Mara wa ba itse bana. And
No, kids touch, different things out there, man. So
stock sweet.
you wouldn't want
Uncle
the kid
Mo.
to touch.
Hey, just someone know
Interesting that this day is promoting hand wash, and I think this also will go to encouraging people that you surround yourself with to say, guys, let's wash our hands.
Yeah,
I mean, we touch so many things out there, and we need to take care of ourselves, right? 21 minutes past 9, and you know that we never leave you when it comes to some of the celebration. If you know anyone who is growing up today,
yes,
and you want to
absolutely.
give them a special shout out, you can do so by sending their photo, or give them a shout out on a comment section by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. But with that being said, we know that we have celebrities that we always celebrate. And the first one that we have today, we are celebrating Bokang Monchane, who is turning 40 years. She was born on this day in 1986, right here in Mzansi, in Johannesburg. She is a model, entrepreneur, and she was Miss South Africa in 2010. Represented South Africa at Miss Universe and Miss World. So a huge birthday shout out to Bokang Monchane. And she advocates for women empowerment and education, which is a beautiful work that she is doing out there. And then the next one
sorry, man, before we move on.
Yeah.
So it's something I just recently learned, Guti. In order for you to be Miss SA, you have to be 22 years and below.
22 years and below.
Right. So, ukona Mrs. South Africa, ne?
Yeah.
But even if you are not married, the fact that you are over the age of 22 or 23, I'm not sure, then you then have to enter for Mrs. South Africa.
Wait, so are you saying who's this lady?
Zozibini.
Zozibini was 22 and younger in 2019.
I believe so. Yeah.
I think even the recent one, Kanakiman, this girl from Eastern Cape.
Yes, who won?
Yeah.
But there's an age threshold. Once you are above that, you are now Mrs. South Africa.
So
even if you've never married.
So if you win Miss South Africa at the age of 23,
That's interesting to find out.
like let's say, can you enter? Firstly, let's find that out. Can you enter above the age of 22?
So obviously there's a cap. There's a cap. If you exceed that cap, obviously you can't.
Yeah.
But now, when you are above that age, you are now entering for Mrs. Even if you're not married.
But Zozibini is 33 this year, because 18 September, she's turning 33 this year. She was born in 1933. 1993. Nagana ke tsa ngwana ba 93 years. She was born in 1993, right? So it means in 2019 she was 26. She was 26. Yeah. She was 26 in 2019. So
Zozibini was Miss World.
So there is a cap.
Oh, Miss World. She won Miss World, not Miss South
SA.
Africa.
Yeah, so there is a cap though. There's a cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Above a certain age, you are now Mrs.
Oh wow, interesting to find out.
Okay. Yeah, man, it is very interesting right there. But Bokang was Miss South Africa in 2010, right?
okay.
Which is very interesting. Another birthday that we are having right here is the KO kid. Kevin Lerina, turning 34 years and was born in 1992. Right here in Mzansi, in Johannesburg. He is a professional boxer and he's a former IBO cruiserweight world champion. His legacy is one of South Africa's top boxing exports. So we know him, the KO. He went on to get the IBO cruiserweight world champion. Till today, he has so many foundation and the foundation that are aimed at the grassroots of boxing South Africa. Right? So happy birthday to him. The last one that we have is the one and only legend that we have always, or I grew up watching by the nickname of Stop Nonsense, which is Tepo Masilela, turning 41 years of age, and when he was born in 1985 in Witbank, right here in Mzansi. He's a former professional footballer, played for Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns, known for consistency and professionalism in South African football. To all three of those celebrities, we would like to say happy, huge birthday.
Yes, sir. I have someone else who is celebrating their birthday today.
Yeah.
Goes by the name Manana. Yeah.
I think Manana.
Manana. Yes, Manana and I met. Please go back.
You are married.
Who's married? I'm married. Yeah, Mr. B.
Yeah, it's up.
There we go. So, Manana and I met back. We went to church together, St. Angela.
Okay.
Oh, we still do. It's just that I haven't been to church in a while. But Manana, yeah, that's how we met. This is a while ago when high school, and stuff like that.
School.
Yeah. And turns out to be a very lovely lady, man. Like, and you see someone growing up and stuff like that. She's such a cool person. Her sister-in-law used to kill me. So every time after mass, her and I would be hanging out, maybe by her brother's car and stuff like, just chatting, how was your week and stuff like that. And she'd always laugh. Her sister-in-law would, like, this guy, why in Jalo and stuff like that, But we used to have a very cool relationship, and she's very, very cool people, Manana. And so she's celebrating her birthday today, and I thought I should give her a huge shout out for her birthday. So Manana, I hope you're going to have an amazing day. Happy birthday to you. You're an amazing person, and I wish you nothing but the best. And so from all of us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, as the Vooka team, as the Vooka Nation, and of course as the Blinko Network, we would love to say
Happy birthday!
Woohoo!
Yeah!
Hip hip hooray! 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 Lovely stuff, man. We hope that the year will be filled with nothing but love, laughter, and all things great and amazing. You absolutely deserve it. Yes, sir.
Shut up, guys. Shut up to everyone who is growing up.
Guys,
love it here.
Maybe people don't understand why I shut up. Guys, we had an engagement at the ranch show. We're going to show you the video. Like, these videos should already be up on our social pages.
So
but there's a lot of backlog, right, from us.
funny.
There's so much content to be released. But this one is a must. fast, guys. There's this man. Shut up, Vooka breakfast show.
Deeply rooted African show, Baba. You guys are playing.
Funny.
You guys are playing
Funny,
right there.
yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah, interesting. And we have now came to the conversation that we've been waiting for,
Yes,
which
sir.
is the documentary of the trials of Winnie Mandela.
Yes.
So you've never watched the documentary too?
I don't know if it's the same one.
Okay.
There's a documentary that came out in 2018, very shortly after her, or it was during the course of her funeral preparations.
Yeah.
Or after her funeral. The music. There's a documentary that came out. So I don't know if this is the same one.
Yeah.
Or if this is a different one.
Yeah.
So I have to check it out. I have to watch this one and see. But there is one that I have watched, where she talks about the apartheid era and the apartheid struggle and her contributions to the struggle and to the fight.
Yeah.
The one thing that I do know about Mama Winnie Mandela is that lady, she literally and figuratively fought the struggle.
Yeah.
She literally and figuratively fought the struggle, and she passed on a very bitter lady. She was very bitter, that lady. You could even see it from time to time underneath her eyes.
Yes.
I've always said that she had eye bags. So just under her eyes here, she had like dark spots. That you would really need to look very closely to see them, and that was because of lack of sleep for a while. For a while, the apartheid regime, man, at the time, they really tried to break her spirit.
Yeah.
And I think on some level they did. They did.
Yeah.
Especially, I think she was exactly. That's the picture there. As you can see under her eyes, there she had eye bags. And sometimes if she didn't wear makeup, you could see dark spots under her eyes because she was so bitter and she was tired more.
Yeah.
She was tired because there was a time where she was isolated, right? And she couldn't visit Nelson Mandela in prison. She was one of those people who were a serious threat
to
the
system,
regime.
Yes.
She was a serious threat.
People don't understand that it really takes a lot. It really took a lot to oppose, the
apartheid
system.
regime. Yeah.
Like, who would do that?
Yeah.
But she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with all of the strength that she had, unfortunately, she was not given as much as credit as she was supposed to be given. It's so sad because she's a woman who's an example that women are powerful, guys. Like, they're very powerful. That's why they will say each and every behind every successful man, there's a powerful and a strong woman behind them. And Mam Winnie was that. And people, something that they didn't understand with her bitterness, with her being like that, is because she was in the system. And we are the people that we are today because of the system.
The contributions that people like her.
It shapes you. And it shaped her to become that person. And it was not nice, right? When you're like, Liena, she has blood in her hands. But if you could understand what she did and some of the sacrifices that she had to go through to find herself in that position, man, those are some of the, very, very, very tough things that she had to go through, right? But an interesting thing is that the Winnie Mandela documentary, a missed opportunity, was aired, right? Because I think I once saw the comment, because when I was watching some of the videos of people reviewing the documentary, and some people asked the question that, guys, have you watched this before? And some guy was like, yes, it aired on SABC 2, and it didn't specify which date. So what is happening is that the SABC News opinion piece by Vusi Gumbi, a PhD candidate in political studies at the University of Johannesburg, criticized the Netflix documentary, which is The Trials of Winnie Mandela, arguing that it falls short of fully capturing the complexity of Winnie Madikizela Mandela's life and legacy. While the documentary revisits her role in anti-apartheid struggle, The article says it does not sufficiently interrogate the historical context and political forces that shaped her action. The author contends that the film misses a chance to deepen public understanding of one of South Africa's most contested liberation figures. Right? So, one thing people need to understand with documentaries is that different platforms that publish these documentaries.
Yes, sir.
There's a marketing behind it.
Okay.
You understand? Like there's that thing, it's a must watch. But we know they are trying to push for something. There's a certain return they want to gain, right? It's a documentary. Yes, you guys have polished it, but it has played. But some people, they feel like, we understand it's on Netflix, one of the biggest platforms, but there are some parts that you guys missed, and very, very important parts. Because even the people who built the system, I don't think they still want some of the parts to be published to the people. I doubt, because we know, and I'm not going to say we know, but media is controlled. Media is hugely controlled on what people see out there. And people are asking, why now? Like, why is this coming now? I mean, we could have seen this. We could have had the interview of Mama Winnie immediately after she was interviewed. But why did you guys delay? Why did you guys
releasing
wait for her?
this footage?
Because we want her to review and respond. Because they know now she doesn't have the power to respond. She won't. She doesn't have the power to respond. Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's like... The question of why now is an interesting one, I think. Timing is everything.
Yes.
Timing is everything. And I think what it also contributes to, and what it does, is it adds fuel to some of these conspiracy theories that we've heard over the years.
Yeah.
Or conspiracy theories that have come out over the years. One of them, or one of these things that have come up over the years is the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
All right. There's some people on social media who have said things like, guys, no, Rona growing up in America or whatever part of the world they're from, they would go like, we grew up knowing that Mandela passed on in 90 somewhere in the 90s. But like now to find out that Mandela actually passed on in 2013, what are you saying? And I get conspiracy theories, obviously. There are a lot out there. There's a conspiracy theory that Mandela was cloned.
Yeah.
There's a conspiracy theory...
He's Gibson, man.
That guy, Ole, who played the role of Mandela.
Yeah.
And is the one who passed on in 2013. But things like these now add fuel to those kinds of conspiracy theories. And so as I'm seeing the trailer now on the screen, as you guys were seeing it, if you're hanging out with us right there on YouTube, from the trailer that I just saw, it's not the same one that came out in 2018. So the one that came out in 2018 is more of like a sit down with her. It's more of a sit down with her in like her later years, and now she's not necessarily spilling secrets, but she's just taking us through her life journey before and after, democracy, before and after apartheid, things of that nature. And but you could still hear the anger that she still holds, firstly towards the ANC, secondly towards how she was treated, and specifically by Mandela himself. By Mandela himself, where he really discarded her, or the leadership of the then ANC discarded her as if she had not been such a huge contributor to the fight against apartheid. She was the people. She had a soccer club that was rumored to have been. Those boys who were part of the soccer club were rumored to be spies. The impi. But it was a soccer club and stuff. So she was a serious threat, and it's sad now that all of these things are coming out later, way later. 32 years after South Africa has gained democracy, and now you are coming up with these things. And then what you also highlighted is that all these platforms that release content or a type of content there's a styling to it, right?
Yep.
Based on how the platform produces the content, right? So if you were to watch a Vooka breakfast show, you by now, if you go through our social media pages and then on TikTok or whatever social media platform, you come up on a video, you would tell and know, no, this is Vooka, this. Eke Vooka, right? Because there's a style, there's a shape, there's a language, there's a pattern that we follow. And so Netflix, we know, guys, even if you don't see the logo on the bottom there, or you don't see the logo at the beginning of the thing, the movie, the trailer, the series, whatever it is, you know the styling of Netflix's producing of its content, right? That's the first thing to consider. The second thing is the one that you just mentioned, Moya Khore. Obviously, people want the powers that be want to control the narrative, right? And of course, they're going to release things that they think we need to know at whatever time. And so this was clearly it was planned on some level. Khore, no, guys, they're going to release this thing. I mean, it's Africa Month, you know, it's election year. The date was released last week by Ramaphosa. For elections will be in November later this year. It's a month away from Youth Month, when the 1976 strikes happened, right? So there's quite a few things that one can take into consideration when you analyze and observe the timing and the releasing of the actual documentary, and then the content in itself. I mean, I haven't watched it, but I can already tell from the trailer, some of these things we have seen before, we have heard before, but I think it would be interesting to find out how this documentary was told and the approach that the director and the producers took when putting together this documentary. Is it coming from a point of wanting to make as if no, apartheid wasn't so bad. Have you seen those apartheid movies? I don't watch them. I'm sorry. There's quite a few of them, and quite a few of them my brother likes. I don't watch them, especially ones where they take a black American male actor to play Mandela. I'm sorry. Invictus is one of the biggest ones where Morgan Freeman played Mandela, and it's I'm sorry.
That's not how you tell African
I'm
stories.
sorry.
That's
I'm
really
sorry.
not how you do it.
Terrence Howard has also played Mandela. Idris Elba has also played Mandela. And I'm sorry. It doesn't resonate. It doesn't hit the nail. We know what happened. Some of us might not have been there because we were born after 94, right? And we never lived during the era of apartheid. But I'm really sorry, Mr. Mo. Most, if not all of these movies do not pay homage and don't really tell the story as authentically as South Africans would. Well, understand? And so that's where it lacks for me. I'm interested to find out. I'm really going to take time and watch it.
And watch,
to find out, do they really tell the story of Winnie's experience during the apartheid era? That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, very interesting. If you have watched the trials of Winnie Madikizela Mandela and you want to share your part on what you think, because we're clearly going to have, different views. Right now, if you go on TikTok, if you go on any social media platform, people's emotions have been evoked. People are angry. Some of them, they're like, you know what, this is something that, really tells the South African history as it is. And we know, guys, that there's so many ways to come and play around these things, especially political parties. They have a way of campaigning, and people are not seeing this. I mean, when we talk about, psychologically, we don't know what is the play of
reverse psychology.
Yeah, even scratching the wound that is still fresh, to say, okay, how will this help us to win the campaign? I mean, right now we've been seeing Helen Ziller doing massive campaigns around Joburg. And then now people are going to talk about what white people did, their history in the country. So the question for many people is like, do you want this to really happen again? And it's a different narrative when you look at it. But people are going to put on their assumption on what this documentary is entailing, to say, guys, we will never heal from what happened, and we will never let people from other races to lead the country to where it's supposed to be. But Winnie Mandela, widely referred to as the mother of the nation, was a central figure in the anti-apartheid struggle, especially during Nelson Mandela's imprisonment. Her legacy has long been debated, praised for courage and resilience, while scrutinized for alleged abuse during the turbulent 1980s. Following her death in April 2018, renewed global attention has focused on how her story is told in media and history. Right? So the whole article calls for future documentaries and public discussion to engage more rigorously with South Africa's painful historical realities, using Winnie Mandela's story as a lens to examine power, resistance, and accountability during apartheid. Right? A lot of Mandela documentaries, they show him as this
struggle
hero. They don't show some of the bad things that he has done. And he has, this character that has been portrayed when it comes to him, to say Mandela is the hero, and anyone who was behind him can be someone that we can regard as semi-hero. But when these documentaries and when people who know the real history, because it's said right now that the generation who wants to lead, they don't know the depth of history in terms of where the country comes from and where it is growing. Because I think some of the painful things that took place in history, there are people who are not ready to see those things.
No. A whole lot of us.
Oh, they're not ready.
A whole
to
lot of
see
us.
the
I don't know
whole
if you know,
truth.
Mr. P, you'd probably remember. And I want to hear what you think in a second. But I remember more in the early 2000s. I remember, somebody do like a sneak park.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even when, because we came, I think 2000, 2001. But there were these documentaries that came out.
Yeah.
You should remember, the one thing that people don't realize or are very easy to forget is that we're still a very young democracy. South Africa is still a very young democracy.
Not even 50 or 100 years.
Who just got into its 30s.
Yo, guys.
We just got into our 30s as a democracy, 32 years into democracy. So it's still very fresh, still very, very fresh in the minds of a lot of people. I mean, you and I were watching a video yesterday of Trevor Noah sitting down on his podcast, and he mentions that the difference, I think, because South Africa's history and America's history is very similar.
Yep.
But the difference is that for South Africans or for South Africa's history, it's not our forefathers who experienced. No, people
They're
like
still
Mom
alive,
Tembi,
yeah.
who I think in 1976 was in their late teens, early 20s, right? Because I know Mam Tembi and my mother are more or less around the same age, if not a year apart or so, right? And when my aunt and my mom talk of that era, they were teenagers, and my aunt would walk from Kotopsenville. I can go to for school. Come out every day. My mom used to go to Morris Isaacson, so she went more Ludirile and went to Morris Isaacson, right? And it wasn't as if Tieti Mashinini and all these other people were elders. I mean, Steve Biko was in his 30s, guys, when he passed on when he was killed in prison, right? Marabari, it was a fatal passing on and whatever. There's all these other things. So we have to remember that these people were very young people more. Yeah. And with reference to the struggle being so young, we can still recall some of the things that happened. And so when I remember very vaguely, so as a young boy, when Afrikaner and white policemen would release the leashes of the dogs, the police dogs, the German shepherds, to go and chase after black people. It would be a sport for them. No, and they would laugh. And we're not trying to say that whoever is living now, you did it. No, but the thing I think that we miss as a society is that just because we're talking about it means not that we want to relive it or we want to say, this race did that, this people did that. No, but not taking accountability or not at least acknowledging, not even accountability, but acknowledging, I think is where I'm trying to go with it. Let's acknowledge what happened, talk about it, and move on, right? And I think this was part of the reason that the TRC was formed, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, was that, guys, come forward and tell us.
Talk about the crimes that you did.
There's a lot of, not even about the crimes that you did, but take accountability of the crimes that you did.
Yeah.
We understand. We don't want to sit here and tell us, I killed that man. No, but take accountability and say, you know what? I was part of a system that, how do I put it? That informed us or taught us so. Because for young men who were white back then, when you turned the age of 18 or 19, military conscription was a thing for you, so that you would go to and serve the military for at least a period of 2 years. Minimum 2 years. So from 19 to 21, you were part of the military, you were part of the armed forces, and you were serving your country.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? And it was indoctrination. It's a form of indoctrination. We understand when you're taught these things. Someone on one of these radio platforms was talking about the tribalism in South Africa that we suffer from.
Yeah.
We understand. We know Batswana baso, Mazulu aso, Maxhosa aso, Mang aso, and it's a form of indoctrination that we've gone through in our South African society specifically. And it's sad that now history is being challenged because on one end, in school, we're taught, no, this person did this, these people did this, these people did this. But now, once you start researching and you start learning for yourself, you find out, hey, wait, actually, no, not really.
It was not the
Not
way
really, it
the
wasn't the way.
textbook
So
said.
it's just sad. Mr. P, talk to me, my brother.
It's very interesting.
There we go.
Yeah, in as far as the indoctrination is concerned, you're right, because with young men turning 18, they had to join either the army or the police force.
Yes, sir.
And that's where most of their teachings took place. And remember, whenever they go back to their families, it's
embedded in them now.
It's embedded, and they pass it on to the families as well. I mean, there was although it's an American lady, she once did an experiment of the blue-eyed.
Oh yes, I know that lady.
Right, it's a classroom full of white people, and she started segregating. Blue-eyed people, the learners, according to the color of their eyes. So they felt the discrimination, and she took it as far as going to Oprah and running the same experiment.
The same experiment,
And there were black people sitting there, and they could also see that, or basically they were saying, "Welcome to our
lives."
Feel a little bit of what we feel
on a daily basis,
right? So but I think the documentary in itself, things are. Not visible to the public, is that these things also get funded. I can be funded to create a documentary that serves a certain narrative. So maybe the first thing we would have to question is who funded this documentary,
produced and
where's it coming
directed
from?
Because that's where the control also comes in.
No, definitely.
The control comes in there.
And how the story is shaped and told, Mo. For me, it's like there's quite a few elements that come up for me. Is it going to highlight the ANC as the winner and the hero of the apartheid regime in terms of being at the forefront of the struggle, right? There's quite a lot of things. This is where you find that how the right wing of the ANC was formed, which was Mkhonto, the military wing back then. How I think was it the PAC that broke away from the ANC, and how other parties over the years started forming, right? Where in the ANC in itself, Mr. Mo, by the time Chris Hani was assassinated, by the time Mandela was elected or nominated and elected president, there was an internal struggle within the ANC in itself. Because there was the leaders who were on Robben Island with Mandela and all of these, like there's things like talks before talks, where Mandela was isolated and he was, taken to the leadership of the National Party. Within the National Party in itself, there was the Conservative Party, the CP, who wanted the status quo to remain. Like there's quite a lot of things. So specifically coming to Winnie Mandela's story, which parts of history are they going to highlight when they tell her story specifically? Because hers plays a huge role. She's one of the people who questioned Mandela, and that's part of the reason why they broke up. Why they broke up, because he was questioning, Chief, wait, I'm glad that you're home, but why are we no longer go Orlando? Why are we living Montlung? How is this possible? You and I were at the forefront and we were considered flight risks. Now we were batho
But
bao.
all of a sudden,
How is
we
it
find
now?
ourselves here.
You and I are in the same room. They wouldn't let me touch you when I would visit you in prison. What's happening, Chief? Where are the others? Have you consulted with the rest of the leadership? Referring to the leadership that was in prison.
Yeah.
Kanako eo. But there was also the leadership that was out. Firstly, the leadership that was in exile.
Yeah.
Secondly, the leadership that was in South Africa literally fighting. More
Yeah.
It really triggers me because I love history. I really love history.
I mean,
but yeah, man.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from because when you do research and look into the reviews of this documentary right now,
Yeah.
a lot of people feel the way you feel.
Yeah.
To say, guys, I think you're not touching on the most important
Yes.
parts. That really tells the story.
Yes.
Because the aim of a documentary is to tell the whole story. You can have so many parts, but we know with Netflix is that there's a budget that was taken out. So they would never be given 1 trillion to release
1 trillion.
everything. Whether it's 1 billion or 1 trillion to, release everything that took place in Winnie's life, on what happened, the conversations. Guys, it's not like there are no records. It was 30-something years back.
And it's still very fresh.
It's still very fresh.
Yeah.
There were journalists. There's still videotapes that exist out there.
There's people who are living, who are part, who lived the story more.
guys.
There's
Yeah,
who
'cause
witnessed it, man.
I was about to ask Uguti, as much as people take information to the grave, ne?
Yeah.
Do you think Winnie is also one of those that?
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, there's things
Both
that
her and Mandela.
can't be said, because if those things were to come to light, it would
It would
shake the
shift,
very
yeah.
fabric
It would
of
shift
Yeah.
South
South
African
African
society.
history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I remember in grade 11 and grade 12, the history
Yeah.
books that we used to use, Mr. B, at the back of the book,
Yeah.
the textbook, it had something like forgotten heroes. And this is specifically black struggle heroes, both in South Africa and abroad.
Yeah.
And you would read about them. I mean, not everything was in there, but this was part of the history that we were not taught.
Yeah.
There are people like Bo Mandela who are revered and seen as if he was the hero of the struggle,
Yeah.
right? But when you learn slightly a bit more, you start seeing that he was more or less the face of the struggle and not necessarily the fighter of the struggle.
Yeah.
There are quite a few people we can mention who were the actual people
Exactly.
fighting the struggle.
The
One person that
struggle.
I love is Steve Biko, man,
Yeah.
who for the longest of times was not recognized as a threat to the system because he was just preaching black excellence and black recognition. Aloko kerekeng. Kante, these meetings that he would hold were about self-recognition of the black person, and all of these other teachings that he preaches. There's quite a lot of them that I can mention, but we're running out of time. But I think it's going to be interesting to see how the story has been told specifically and from what lens.
Yeah.
Because our parents, I give you about like forefathers, like I mentioned earlier, our parents
5 years, generations back.
eh.
I'm not talking about that.
as close as our parents, Mo.
Yeah.
Our parents. I'm talking about my late 70s, my 80s, my early 90s. Our parents are the ones who lived, who were in their late teens, early 20s at the
Yeah.
time, or in their teens, early 20s at the time, who lived the story. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Who can still tell you, Khore, I remember what it was like, smelling tear gas, Mosoweto, all over the place. I remember what it was like not going to school, Kari 16 June in 1976. Hakiwi ka Khore, my great grandmother was part of the struggle. Mamaka, my mother, my dad, my uncle. I mean, we make fun of Man Mikey Moeketsi, when he talks about his story. But he was genuinely there. He might not have been at the forefront, but he was there, so, man.
It's very interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting because I think when it comes to the truth, it's not always the case that the truth shall set you free. Sometimes the truth destroys people. Sometimes, it opens portals that were never meant to be opened. More than anything, I feel like we've learned in SA that system that was built, it was so powerful to a point that it defeated a lot of people who fought.
We're still
against
experiencing
it.
the remnants
Exactly.
of it to this day.
You understand?
We are.
And we sat down with the enemy and discussed the conditions of going forward. That's when you see that the system won.
Sorry, when
And,
you say we,
no, like the country itself. I need to when
it's an elected few
who were
that-
chosen to
yeah,
go
to
and
discuss
talk. Yeah.
On behalf
the
of the
future
rest,
of the
yeah.
country for
everyone,
Yeah.
for
the rest
millions of
us.
people. Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But interesting conversations.
It is, man.
Yeah.
I don't think.
So some of the comments on YouTube, ne,
Yeah.
pertaining this trailer, the documentary, but I'm sad they better not villainize her.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people came through with the same sentiments. So they better not villainize her. They better not say nonsense about her because the wrath of SA will fall upon them. That woman went through a lot, and we are here for it.
Already, because I don't think people understand that productions are able to change scenes immediately, overnight. Like they can be called to say, guys, let's edit some part, because
Fast.
the reason why you release a trailer, you want to see what people say
Yeah.
first,
The
right?
reception.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
the trailer is released way
Months before the movie
way
actually comes
before.
out, or the
then
whatever.
they can decide, this is what we chop.
The final cut key.
Wabo.
So yeah.
Very interesting, man.
Very.
2 minutes till we hit 10 o'clock on the dot. And of course, it was a very nice, beautiful Tuesday morning. But the question still stands. Do you believe documentaries can ever tell the truth? Or are they just powerful stories dressed as facts? Share your thoughts. Let's keep the conversation going, because it does not only stop here. It continues across all social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show. It was a beautiful Tuesday morning. Until we see each other next morning.
Tomorrow. Same time, same place, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network, giving you your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day, Mr. B. There we go. And yeah, man, we can't wait to hang out with you, where we have a great energy exchange, and you share your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else with us. So with about 20 seconds remaining, from myself, the one and only MOOCEE, Mr. It's been an amazing morning. I've loved being in your presence and in your company. Keep the conversation flowing across all our social media platforms, as well as on WhatsApp. Dial the number 060 493 3226. Until tomorrow morning, coolio.
Take care.